Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I'm talking about a game on the PlayStation 1. A little while ago I posted a video about the Vancouver Gaming Expo that I just attended. And last year I attended the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Really enjoyed that. And I picked up this game at Portland. This is Starblade Alpha. I'm hoping that comes out in the light. It's actually a very, very cool game that is based on an arcade machine that I'm fairly sure I played. I was looking at the Sega CD, if you can believe it, for potentially games that I might want to get. And there was something called Starblade on the Sega CD, so I watched footage of it. Lo and behold, it's this very cool flying around, just basically shooting things in I guess what is a full motion video. And I remember seeing the footage from it and going, oh my goodness, I think I played that machine back in the arcade. I do recall, now this, what you're looking at here is updated version of the graphics of the game. But do you see how you're sort of flying over these ships, a la, I don't know, Babylon 5? What it is, it's kind of this playing movie and you're just moving the cursor around and shooting. You may notice in the corner here, I've got the PlayStation mouse because I'm going to be using that to play this with. You can play this with just the regular controller, but it's very frustrating, very hard. This is a game you really, really want to get a PlayStation mouse for. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. But let me talk a little bit about Starblade itself. Now, I don't know what arcade I saw it at, and I'm going to insert a picture here. This is what the machine looked like, and as you can see, it was one of those huge environmental units, and inside was, I think, like a curved mirror, so the footage that you saw was a little more immersive. It's like it surrounded you, and what you used to move the pointer around, not a PlayStation mouse, it was in fact this yoke controller, kind of like the one you see on the Star Wars arcade machines, but much bigger and heavier, and I think that heft worked well in its favor. It gave you the feeling of commanding a ship, you're flying through space and you're shooting down these bad guys. So, the game came out for the Sega CD and was, I think, quite a good port. But as you can see, again here, the PlayStation port, not only does it have the original very polygonal kind of graphics, but they updated it to make it make full use of what the PlayStation can offer. So let's give this a try, and I'll first try off the selection for the original version of these graphics, just so you can see, and then I'll play some of this more intense version here. So there we go. As you can see, I'm moving the mouse around and essentially just shooting these guys here. This would have been what you would have seen in the arcade back in the day. And it might seem like really, really simplified controls just using the mouse, and I can sort of keep the button down and just shoot all these guys. But I think if I tap the button, it can fire faster. It looks really great on a nice big screen like this. I don't think my camera is really going to do it justice, but it really plays nicely, and it's definitely a game for using the mouse. Oh, now we're in the Asteroid Field. You can see in the bottom left corner my current level of shields or health. I want to make sure that doesn't get dropped down too low. And honestly, with a standard controller, you'd be lucky to get past this level. But with the mouse, it's actually quite doable. Remember, this game is basically designed to separate you from your quarters or your yen if you're in Japan, so it's not really very fair. I think there's a few continues on it here. And yeah, you just want to shoot everything on screen. It's a very simplified game, but you know what? It was quite an experience on that arcade machine. And this is a very nice home port. There's a similar game as well that I also have that I'll show at some point called Galaxian 3. I don't know if it actually has, I mean these are all Namco games. I don't know if Galaxian 3 is actually directly related to the classic arcade machine, or maybe they just stuck that name on it. Let's see if we can get at least one of these ships to go down. Nope. But yeah, if you just shoot these things a lot, there we go, got a few of them. I mean, it's really just shoot everything on screen and enjoy, and I do. With the mouse, it makes a big difference. I mean, I guess in a way you're just really watching a full motion video and just shooting at as many things as you can. But I really enjoy it. It's kind of a unique experience. Now there was actually an iPad and iPhone, and also Android version of this. It was called the Namco Arcade, where you could, I think it was free and you could play one game every day, or you could buy the full game, I can't remember, a couple bucks, and you could play any of the games on it, of which Starblade was one. Now unfortunately, the other games weren't great. I mean it was, yeah, sure you had Pac-Man, I think, but not really a lot of the really great titles, and I just thought, I'm not going to buy the full version. And unfortunately further, it looks as though those versions have all been taken down off both the Google Play Store as well as the iTunes market. I was going to find them again for this review here, or at least to show it off, but I think they got taken down a few years ago. It's okay though, because honestly, on a small device, trying to play this was virtually impossible. Your thumb would always be in the way. Basically, you just touched where you wanted the crosshairs to be, and it would just auto-fire. So it was very, not a great experience for playing on an iPad, or sorry, on an iPhone. The iPad one was a little bit better, but still, you're not seeing, like, I like the precision of being able to. I think you want to aim for the little flashy parts of each of the ships, and as you can see there, that level of detail is kind of needed, and I don't think you can do it with your thumb on a pad. So don't feel too bad about the fact that the apps are gone. Let's see if we can get all those ships there. And this might be quite a bit of a thing to try and get for your own home collection, because I believe this was a Japan-only game. At least this version that I have, this is an import, or it's got for Japan only written on the back of the CD case. I have a way to play imported games, but I think that was an American release. Anyway, so you got to get the game, and then you got to get the mouse really to do this justice. I mean, trying to play this with a thumb, a D-pad, really not doable. Now this is actually pretty far. This is about as far as I normally get here, and I'm not even really trying. You can see my shields are almost... Oh, my shields are in a lot of trouble now.
Danger, shields low.
Okay, we're gonna die here.
Danger, shields low. Danger, shields low.
Yeah, I'm not long for this world. Here we go. It does seem strange. Those guys seem to be shooting other bad guys, and I was out to destroy them. I think you're just supposed to shoot everything, even the ones that don't look like they're attacking you. Oh, that's it. So I could continue, but instead what I want to do is show you a comparison of that versus the upgraded version of the graphics. Alright, this time, let's give the upgraded graphics a shot.
Final check procedure. Engine start. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Condition green. Checklist complete. Clear for departure.
Geosword clear for departure.
Cut. Release. 11 minutes to target occupants.
And here we go. Look at that. Just a really, really nice looking game. No slowdown. Super nice. And if I can get some of those flickery bits on those motherships, I can destroy them.
This is team leader. This is team leader. Take the right one, Geosword. I'll take the left one. Over.
Towards Red Eye. Pursue and engage Red. Geosword 1 is located. Coordinate set at W726.
Geosword, come in, Geosword. This is team leader. This is team leader.
I'm not going to show too much of the asteroid field. Honestly, it doesn't look that much different. But let's move on to the next level because that really shows off the improved graphics.
This is team leader.
Enemy's defense line.
This is team leader. This is team leader. The bridge is the battleship's weak point. Aim at the bridge.
Yeah, okay, so I want to aim at the bridge on those big motherships there. The voice acting's pretty lame, but if you listen carefully, he'll point you in the right direction.
Geosword, come in, Geosword. This is team leader. This is team leader. Attack the starboard, Geosword. I'll take the port. Over.
Still didn't get him. But yeah, you can see much, much nicer graphics on this upgraded version. And it makes no difference for the frame rate. This is a really, really nice game. I really, really like this.
Team leader. Enemy fighters are powerful. Increase the level of command. Over.
Go for that bridge again. Got him.
This is team leader. This is team leader.
I mean, yeah, you are basically just flying a full motion video as a game, but I think it's awesome. Again, it's an arcade experience, so it's not something that always translates well to a home console. There was the lower polygon original for the arcade was released on the Wii Virtual Console, but only in Japan. And I remember seeing the footage of that thinking, oh my god, with a Wii remote, this would have been ideal. That is the way to play the game. But unfortunately, it never came to the West. I'm sure there's some way of hacking a Wii to make it play downloaded Virtual Console games. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll mess with that someday. But honestly, this PlayStation game with the mouse, this will work for me. I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, well, we're getting into hectic territory, and I'm losing my shields pretty rapidly here, so I think I'll cut the video at this stage. Yeah, this is Starblade Alpha on the PlayStation 1. Really, really excellent with the mouse. Woo! And it's getting pretty crazy. Alright, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.